How's it going? This is Brandon from Fury AI, and in this video, I'm going to bring you through the exact process and mindset and strategy that I've used to book 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 calls in a single day using cold email. Okay, so with no further ado, let's get right into it. But before we do, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm and it supports our channel to do better. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So before we get into it, I want to emphasize two things. And these two things are the exact reason why the people that do cold email are not successful. So people that do cold email, business owners that attempt cold email are not successful for two reasons. Number one, they don't know how to structure an offer that is actually compelling, that is competitive, that is going to beat their competitors, that stands out, right? That is hard to say no to, right? And they don't know and they don't use personalization. They don't know how to use it and they don't know how to implement it within their cold emails. So in this video, I'm going to go through these exact two things, which is exactly the process that I used to book 1 to 5 calls every single day with cold email. Okay. So let's get into it. So first thing, personalization. There's many ways to, there's several ways to actually personalize your videos. You can do it by, not personalize your videos, personalize your emails. There's several things that you can do. You can add, of course, name, whatever company name. You can also add like location. So target a specific list that is going after like a specific area or location so that it feels more personalized. These are like some basic principles that, they're nothing new to the market. As of like 1 or 2 or 3 years ago, people just started to start softwares that essentially craft icebreakers. And for those of you who don't know what an icebreaker is, it's this one over here. It's essentially like a personalized first line. So it's like 1 or 2 sentences that are personalized to each prospect, right? So there's several ways of getting these, and these are actually great because they increase reply rate, response rate, and automatically increase, the numbers of meetings that you book. And you can either have option 1, have a VA scrape them for you. So you hire like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 VAs, whatever, pay them $3 an hour. There's plenty of, and by the way, that's a decent salary for them. So they're happy to work for that rate. But essentially what they do is that you give them a list of qualified prospects, like a lead sheet, and then they add a column to that sheet that has a personalized line for them. How do they know what to write? It's simple. That they go on the website, they go on their social media, and they write a specific sentence that is personalized to them. Okay, this automatically makes the prospect know that you did the work. You put in the effort to actually know more about them, their personal life, their business, and this increases reply rates. So this is the first thing. The second way to do it is to use software, right? I use my own software, that I've built that actually does a lot more things. I'm going to go into that later if because it's what I use to book more meetings. But the software itself is called Try Fury AI over here. And it allows you to send personalized emails. And we say, personalized cold outreach at scale on autopilot. It essentially personalizes your emails. And when I say emails, it also personalizes that first line for you. And then it does other things. And, if you're interested, I'm going to leave the link down below, and there's like a demo video that explains what to do, but what it does. But essentially the software personalizes your emails, your thumbnails, creates a landing page to each prospect, which I can show you later because it's part of my strategy, and also does like automatic Loom videos for each prospect. So I personally like to use my software because I've built it just for my, to build up my own agency or to grow it. Brandlux Media, that's the agency. But there's many other softwares. What I do know is that we're like this, the software that I've built is extremely cheap. So you can explore other options, but I know that, our pricing is a lot more competitive than anything else. So that's one option. The other thing, there really isn't any other way to do this other than using people or software. So choose what you like best. I like to automate things a lot, and it works for me perfectly. So once again, I'm not going to go through exactly how to use, Instantly. What you're seeing here, this is like a cold email software. So I'm assuming that you know what Instantly is, Lemlist. There's like these cold email softwares that we all use to send cold email, right? So you can add your icebreaker over here. Next thing, and this is super important, it's building a script, or reaching out to your prospects with a script that actually makes sense. Okay, so this is the one I used for my own e-commerce agency that has worked fine and that yields decent results. And it starts like this. I'm reaching out because you want to make sure that you tell them why you're reaching out, or else they're not going to read the email. I'm reaching out because I've been following company name, right? Level of personalization. And as a paid ads specialist, we have identified an opportunity on TikTok that can help you add $100,000 to $300,000 a month to your store in 4 to 6 months. Okay, so what we did here is that we told them what we do, TikTok, right? And by the way, we're choosing TikTok because it's a hot topic. One thing that I advise you to do is like when you reach out to people, make sure that you maybe add like hot keywords that are maybe hot in the moment, okay? And then you can always switch script. And TikTok is something that was and still is pretty hot, so I like to use TikTok. And then I like to use a reference of results, right? If I said 10K a month to 20K a month, I would attract maybe those type of clients that are interested in a 10, 20K a month increase in revenue. But if I say 100 to 300K, most likely I'm going to attract 7, perhaps also 8-figure brands. And then I like to put a timeline, because there's nothing better than understanding what you do, what is a potential result, and in what timeline they can expect that result in one sentence. Like literally, this is why, why I'm able also to book meetings and why what I do works. Next thing that we want to do is add proof. So we want to give an example so that they understand that we can do this for them. So this is what I write here. This is the same strategy we used to help a similar brand, and this is important to include, generate over 3 million this year through effective advertising on TikTok with a 4x ROAS. So this is like a mini case study. And of course, like what makes sure that these case studies are real, what I like to do is like put all of them in my website. Chances are when they read your email and they like it, before like clicking anywhere, before booking a meeting or whatever, they actually are going to go on your website, check you out, check your case studies, and see if you're BS or not. Okay, so make sure you have a very good professional website with case studies, because with cold outreach and cold email, it's actually a very fundamental part of the process. Okay, so this is that. And then we have like a call to action. If you're interested, let's set up a time to talk about what we can do for company name. Okay, something like this can work. Also doing like negative phrases like would you be interested, essentially the same exact phrase, but phrase that as would you be completely opposed to XYZ, right? Whatever. To like hopping on a call, scheduling a free audit. Like who would be completely opposed to that, right? They would need to be nuts, right? And of course, like this only works if, the words that you write above actually make sense to them and it's worth it for them and it piques their interest. So this is one way that I like to structure my cold emails. And of course, I like to follow 2 to 3 times, sometimes even 4. And these are like only text emails. Okay, so this is what I like to set up. I have another structure over here, and this is where it gets really interesting. So for context, I send X amount of emails. 50% of my emails are only text emails, and the other 50% I like to distribute and send like videos within the email, and through the software that I just showed you here, which works amazingly. And I'm going to show you the exact strategy, and this is like what yields me like 1, 2, sometimes even 2.5, 3% call booking rate. So if I send 100 emails, I'm able to book like 1 or 2 out of them, which is insane, right? So this is like a great process. So let me bring you through the process. The one thing that we want to avoid doing when sending like videos is send, or links or any type of link, is like sending them in the first email, because if you can still do it, but it like chances are your cold emails domains and like your actual email is going to get burnt quite fast. So what I like to do is ask for a video and ask permission for a video. So the script actually doesn't change. I'm going to go through the exact same thing here. This is actually quite successful script that we've used. It starts with an icebreaker, same as before, same exact concept. And then this is what we did for this script. I'm reaching out because I recently scaled a brand very similar to yours, past 500K per month, using our advertising and user-generated content frameworks. We handle the entire paid ads and content creation process. What is the thought process behind this? Just so you know, I put a result here so that they can, they have a target in their mind. I tell them exactly how we do it with advertising and user-generated content frameworks. What I could have also added here is perhaps just like over here, like a time frame, which also helps. But the reason why I put advertising and user-generated content is because like specific, not really advertising, but UGC is like a huge topic. If you don't know what's really trending, like you should, it's like your industry. But if you don't really, like go on Google Trends and like type in Google Trends and like go by keywords and understand like what is actually working and hot in the market right now. Right? So next thing here is after reviewing your current marketing, I'm confident that we can do the same for CN is like company name, right? Would you be against me sending over a personalized video that explains exactly how this works for your brand? So we're asking permission for a video, right? And of course, like if they say, yes, I'm interested, if they reply, chances are like the automation is going to stop because like the automation actually stops when they reply. So if this is the case, and this is not the majority of the cases because most people like actually reply or like even see your email on like the second or third follow-up, which is great, right? Or they like ignore the first one. So if this is the case and they answer, you can just have a VA automatically send them the link to the video personally, okay, which works. But it doesn't really happen too much. If you're alone, you can just do it alone for now. Now, the second sequence here, and this is where it gets really interesting and why, you know, this is like definitely over 50% of my success when it comes to booking meetings. And it's like actually sending the video. And this is what the email looks like. I know you're busy, but I'm confident this will be of value to your brand. Here's the video I recorded for you. And this is where you send the email, and this is where you can use our software. But I'm not going to go through the intricacies of how it works because you can just sign up for free, as you can see here. It's free. It's completely for free, and you can see our like video tutorials and how it works and how it integrates with Instantly. But this is how the process and the video process looks like. So this is what our software does, Fury, is that it automatically generates a thumbnail with their website as a background and like your Loom video. And the great thing about this is that this is not only a thumbnail, but this is a thumbnail that links to a specific landing page for them with their name. As you can see, it says, "Hey Jacob," right? "Hey Jacob." It's for the lead, which is quite crazy. So this is a pre-recorded video on the bottom left that you see that I pre-recorded for everyone. But what the AI does is that it puts their a screenshot of their brand's website as a background to make it like look so personalized, which is amazing and why it works so much. The other advantage here is that we can put their name, and we can personalize. These are just some case studies, and we can personalize the page however we want. Okay, and the other thing here is that they actually are able to book a call. Just alone without you having to follow up and do the whole process. So they can book a call if they want. And one important thing to mention here is that we don't want to make the video more than like 2 to 3 minutes long, or else it's just not going to work. So once again, this is the strategy that I use. You can do the entire process here on Fury. I'm not sure if it's going to look exactly like this because we update the software like every week. So it's probably going to look in a different way. But the concept is the same. So once again, what Fury is able to do is personalize your, do the icebreakers for you. It adds like your thumbnails for you, and then it also does your landing page for you. The only thing you have to do is like upload a sheet to Fury. Fury will add more columns, like a column for the icebreaker, a column for the video, a column for the landing page, and then you just have to upload this into Instantly, and this is where you can like then customize your emails with like thumbnails and things that you couldn't do before, right? And yeah, this is essentially my strategy. Once again, you don't have to use my software. I really don't care, but just make sure that you do two things. You personalize your emails, whether it's to the extent of doing it like I do it here with like, this video personalization software, or just by personalizing it in any way that you can. And the second thing is focus on the script, and by actually presenting a script that provides value, that is actually presents an offer to them. So yeah, this is it for this video. I'm not going to rant too much, but let me know if you have any questions. I hope this was valuable to you. If you want to check out my software, I'm going to leave the link down below. But this is how I'm able to book 1 to 5 calls a day from cold email alone. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help, and see you in the next video.